Hi, my loves. Welcome. This is going to be a fast reading for the sign of Taurus. I'm rising Venus. Keep in mind it will not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force it so that you don't become confused. If you are interested in a personal reading, send me a text message, 971-354-9504, or send me an email, HealersHeartTarot@gmail.com. All right, Taurus. I'm picking up on a lot of stomach stuff. So, like, some of you might need to cleanse out your sacral chakra. That's the one that's below your belly button. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You can. I feel like there's such a strong disconnection for whoever I'm reading for, whoever I'm tapping into. As soon as I got into your energy, I started feeling a very intense headache. I started feeling a very intense stomach ache. Also, like if you're a woman, then you might be struggling a little bit with your periods. Like they might be a little off of routine, or you might be having very intense cramps around the full moon, or very intense cramps around the new moon, or there's just your cycle there's a lot of change. And if you're a man, you might also be finding problems in that area. You might be feeling irritated, or you might actually be feeling cramps, or feeling a tightness in the stomach, or there's just a lot of energy there that needs to be expressed. And a lot of that comes from feeling like we're not connected to others. You might be lacking a little bit of intimacy in your life. And when our body lacks intimacy and is looking for intimacy, it tries to find it, it tries to look for it, and as after it doesn't get anything, it starts to shut down, and it starts to just kind of close up on us, so that we don't want connection to others. Some of you might be isolating yourselves, and that could be the energy that's manifesting from having that chakra be unbalanced, because that's what happens when a chakra is unbalanced. Then our emotions start to get in the way because the energy isn't flowing through properly. So that's really what's happening. So if you've been feeling, I don't know, if you've been feeling some weird tension there, it wouldn't hurt for you to just kind of, yeah. All right, the Knight of Swords, the Devil, the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you might be feeling like you have to move very fast, or make a decision, or maybe even move away from people. The Knight of Swords is a solo traveler. They don't move with other people. They're usually by themselves. And they're usually the ones that have to run somewhere and make a decision. Yeah, you've been feeling really alone, or other people have been against you, Taurus, or other people are purposely trying to go against you. It's been very frustrating. Maybe even you feel your friends turning on you, or you're just feeling a little bit more solo. Tell me more about the Five of Swords. You might also start to feel if you're in a relationship, it might be a part of you that starts to feel like people are really getting into your relationship. I don't feel like that's the case, though. I have to be honest. Most of the cards out here are swords. And when it comes to swords, that's not something that has manifested. It's not something that is happening outside in the world yet. It's just all thoughts. It's all just, it's all in the mind. And so it does feel like with the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords, it is an energy of how can I explain it? Tell me about the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. I just feel like this is what you're doing. You're keeping yourself away from everybody, which is not a bad thing. But I do feel like as you're doing this, because your body isn't getting what it needs from other people, which is that intimacy, then you need to clear out your chakra yourself, right? If the job isn't doing it, if it's not being done properly because no energy is flowing through, then you need to pull it in. And the best way to do that is through meditation. Another great way to do that is through healthy masturbation and healthy connection. So that I'm not talking about porn. I'm not talking about watching any of that stuff, because that does do something to, and that also if I'm connecting to someone that's struggling with watching a lot of it, sometimes that energy does block that chakra, because it blocks you from connecting or from real connection. Any type of real connection is going to be, it's always going to be an issue. Tell me about the Four of Swords. Wait, there was one that flipped over. The Eight of Cups. Some of you might actually be walking away from friend groups. The Hangman. Yeah, you're going through a whole awakening, Taurus. I don't know who I'm reading for, but you're realizing so much. I think your friend group is, you're starting to get like distant from them because you're realizing that they don't have the greatest intentions for you. And what's the point of having people around that are like that? You know, it's better to be alone than to be around people that would, I don't know, act like this. The Devil with the Hangman. You're getting rid of a lot. I don't feel like a lot of people were ready for this new you, this new empowered you, because you are feeling extremely empowered. You're in a whole new energy. Tell me about the Hangman. Tell me about the Hangman, please. The Moon. Yeah. Yeah, you're going through it. This full moon eclipse was huge for you. It really did transform a lot. And it feels like it just kind of gave you a better idea of who the real people were in your life. And not the real people. Well, yeah. Because these are shadow people. That's the only reason I said real people. Because they don't feel like they're fucking real. They're always watching. So I feel like the world right now is very much split in two. There's people that are doing a lot and posting, and then there's a ton of people that are watching. But there's a lot of people that are doing a lot to post. So it's so there's a ton of little lines on the way, because there's also a lot of people that do a lot of stuff and don't post. I'm one of those people. So but we're in the middle. So there's a little bit in the middle, and then there's all these other spectrums on the other side. Either you do it way too much and you only do it for social media, or you don't do it, or you don't do anything at all, and you just watch everything. And because there's a lot of people that are like that. There's a lot of people that don't have any experience. And if you've been feeling yourself like that, then it's time to get out there and it's time to experience. And the universe is trying to get you to do that. The universe is trying to get you to see what you want to do and go out there and experience it for yourself. Stop watching other people do it, or because there might be that energy of either you're doing that, or maybe you're the one that's finally now coming out and doing those things, and people are now being jealous of you because you're finding the strength to get up and go do it, or you're not afraid of putting yourself out there anymore. But people are going to notice that, and remind yourself that what people want that they don't have and they don't see in themselves, if they see it in you, they're going to be very jealous of you. And it's a normal energy, because it's that energy that makes them want to fight for it, that makes them even want to get up and go get it and be that person. And it's like trial and error. They have to try it a couple of times, and they're going to try it a couple of times, and then they're going to realize, oh, okay, I have to do it like this. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Some of you might also be experiencing neck pain or throat pain, because your throat chakra also feels like it's feeling a little blocked. The Queen of Wands with the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands. Taurus, there might also be I don't know, it does feel like there's going to be people from the outside that are going to try and fuck with your relationship. But for some of you, actually, this might not even be for you. It might be for your partner. If you're in a new relationship, somebody's past is haunting them. The Five of Wands or the Four of Wands. Somebody could have been married, or somebody could have been in some type of connection, but somebody's past is haunting someone. And it just feels like the relationship can't go anywhere. There's so much arguing. There's so much Yeah, there's so much arguing and fighting because two people can't get off from the past. So somebody really is wondering, like, do I just go? Do I just go? But I gotta say, it does feel like there's a lot of energies that are trying to interfere themselves in your connection. Don't let them. All right, because it could be it's very possible that you guys are arguing because you guys are picking up on these energies and you're not. See, that's why you have to be very aware of your own energy, and it could be that that's why the universe is trying to isolate you so that you can start to really learn your own personal energy and know the difference between yours and somebody else's. Because when you get down on these very low lows, that's not your energy. That's somebody pulling you down. And so I want you to be very careful with that, because I feel like you're starting to confuse the two. And there's an energy of you feeling down and you feeling like, okay, that's, I mean, don't get me wrong. We have to take some accountability in order for us to be able to change it. So we have to fight back as much as we can the moment we notice it, right? And fight back against that urge to sabotage whatever it is that we're creating. Because it does feel like there is a new relationship here that's being created, and it's actually a good connection, but there's a lot of arguments. And the only way that it's going to end up working out is that the two of you can move forward from your past. The two of you are very stuck in your past. Yeah. All right. I love you. Praise to the Most High for allowing me to be your messenger. I'll talk to you guys later, my loves. Bye.